I got notes and everything for this. Look at this. What is happening, everybody? My name is Marcello. This is my toy room. And today, it's that day. The day finally have come to wrap up 100, no. 11 years of MCU. Yes. Last year's Avengers Infinity War was awesome, and this year, almost 1 year to the day, they delivered on point. Man, Endgame was 3 hours of awesomeness, and I don't know how I'm going to talk about 3 hours of awesomeness in just, a really short video, but here's my review, full of spoilers. If you haven't seen the movie yet, go see it, because it's awesome. It's 5 out of 5 Thanos over here. Really great movie. So if you stick around, you saw it, you want to talk about it, man, I had to. I usually don't write stuff down, but I had to write some notes down over here because this movie is great. It's crazy. Starting with right here, Hawkeye's snap. Man, that when he's training his daughter, he calls his daughter Hawkeye. Which, by the way, all of these young Avengers, I love it. I hope that they do a young Avengers movie in the future, though, with Hawkeye's daughter and Ant-Man's daughter and all that crowd. But anyway, right from the beginning, you see Hawkeye, and he suffers a snap, and right after that, you see the Thanos pursuit. Right, they're going after Thanos because of what he did, and you see how afflicted and desperate, they are. And they have Captain Marvel now. Captain Marvel has joined the team, so she finds Tony, and she's able to save him, and she brings back to Earth, and they find Thanos. They go after Thanos in the garden, right? And he is killed, right? He's killed by Stormbreaker, right? He's killed by Stormbreaker with Thor, right? And he goes for the head, like he said, and the movie takes a turn. All of a sudden, whoa, that was fast, right? It's not even 1 hour in, and you got that infamous, already 5 years later cutscene, and oh boy, it's it's a different world, right? It's a world post snap, right? You get reminiscent that story of Captain America: Civil War, when Sam, is sitting down with the vets and trying to talk about some issues. You see Cap doing that, and sharing. One of the persons in there was Joe Russo, right? One of the directors. And right after that, you see that he goes back to the Avengers compound, and you see that Black Widow is there, and she's talking to everybody. There is a nice exchange that I noticed between, just an exchange of eyes between Captain Marvel and War Machine, and everybody knows in the comics they are together. So she looks at him, she says, "Good luck." I don't know in the future it's gonna play off like that that they're together or not. But that was a cool nod. And he asks she asks for where's Ronan is, because he's going crazy because in the beginning of the movie the family died, right? So here comes Captain America, and they are confronted with a image from Ant-Man. Ant-Man shows up, and to him, time has only spent 5 hours, but in reality, 5 years has gone by since the snap, right? So they discovered that there's a way to time travel, and this is when all of the craziness starts. Is a Back to the Future type of scenario, where we're talking about this time travel deal. They even reference a whole bunch of time travel movies, But Iron Man says no. It's been 5 years. Iron Man already has Morgan, his child. He don't want to give up what he already has, But he figures out how to do a time travel machine. What is that the mechanics is already there because of Dr. Pym, right? So he makes like a sort of GPS of time to try to find the correct time zone to get in and get out. and he developed the suits with nanotech and everything. So the Avengers now, they're going on this time heist, and oh man, it's I wrote it down over here because it's crazy. So let's see, we have Hawkeye and Black Widow, and they're gonna go to Vormir to get the Soul Stone, right? And this is when Black Widow sacrifices herself. Now I don't have a Black Widow, so I'm gonna use Medusa over here. But Black Widow sacrifices herself. Hawkeye comes back. Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, and Ant-Man, they go to 2012 to the first Avengers movie in New York, the Battle of New York, and the Hulk goes fight with the Sorcerer Supremes to get the time gem, the time stone, and he gets it. They have this exchange about time and split timelines, and he says that he's going to use the time stones to go back to their original place, therefore, you know, erasing all of the skewness and any other timelines that's supposed to have been created. I don't know. I think the MCU is already now entering the multiple universes, so to speak, multiple MCMU, Marvel Cinematic Multiple Universe. Anyway, Ant-Man, he's able to, no, Captain America, he's able to get the scepter. He gets the scepter, and he gets that. It's the infamous Hail Hydra moment with Captain America. And he also fights himself, Cap versus Cap. We can do this all day, pal. I know. Ant-Man and Iron Man, they fail to get the Tesseract. The Tesseract goes back to, oh, look at the scepter. Yeah, they got the scepter. The Tesseract goes back to Loki here, and Loki disappears from that timeline with the Tesseract. So they have to go even further back. Now they have to go back to 1970s. Well, actually, Ant-Man stays in the past. Who goes back with him is Captain America. So Iron Man gets to talk to his dad, and Captain America gets to talk to Peggy. Just looking at her and having a second chance of seeing her face to face, which is really nice. And they are able to get the Tesseract and some more Pym particles, so they can go back into the present. Thor and Rocket Raccoon, they go to Asgard to get the ether, right? And this is from Thor: The Dark World. And instead of talking with Jane, instead of talking to Jane, he spends more time with his mom, which I loved it. I think it was much better direction. We all know that Natalie Portman, she don't want to be in the movie anyway, so but you know, instead of talking to Jane, Thor actually went and talked to his mother, so that was really cool. And last but not least, we have War Machine and Nebula. I don't have a Nebula over here, so I'm just gonna use this one over here. How about her? So War Machine and Nebula, they go to Morag, the planet from Guardians of the Galaxy, where he finds the Power Stone. That's where we first find about Star-Lord. So they mess up on their thing, because Nebula, she gets switched, and I don't have a Nebula over here, but she gets switched over with a different Nebula, the Nebula from that timeline. And when she goes back into the present, she brings back Thanos and his army. And the stones are already assembled again because of this time heist. So now we have, you know, this Endgame, the final battle where everybody's back, because they're able to find the stones. They're able to put the stone. Is the Hulk put the Infinity Gauntlet in, a makeshift Infinity Gauntlet that was created, and he snaps back everybody back into the 5 years later. So now everybody's back, but also Nebula brings back, you know, Thanos. So we have this clash, and now, you know, the Endgame battle starts. So before the final battle, everybody see Thanos just sitting around over there telling Nebula, go get me the gauntlet, go get me the stones, I'll wait here, you know, I'm inevitable, you know, like he says. And he is just waiting, and, you know, the Captain America, the Hulk, they see him, they go to fight him, but eventually it comes to a brink when they figure it out that this guy's way too hard, and here comes Sam, Cap, can you hear me? On your left. And here comes Doctor Strange with all of the ring slings, opening up the portals, and everybody comes in. That scene was epic. One of the person that comes in is this girl over here. Let's open her up. Scarlet Witch. Yeah, so Scarlet Witch comes back from the team. Black Panther comes back, and Shuri comes back, and I mean everybody comes back. The Guardians comes back. Everybody. The Snap is undue. Spider-Man. I mean, you name it. Everybody comes back. Vision does not come back. He's still dead. Unfortunately, Vision is dead. But with everybody, we have this epic battle. Everybody do something in this battle, man. I love how they do the A-Force with all the female characters. It's great. I can't wait for that movie. And if this is just a hint that they're actually going to do this movie, bravo MCU, bravo Marvel. I want to see it. It's going to be awesome. Man, it's too much to talk about. This movie, it's that, I mean, you guys know that who won the Endgame. I mean, Thanos, he disappeared. We lost Iron Man. We lost Tony. It was too much. Not everybody is able to, withstand the power of, all of these Infinity Stones. And when he snapped everybody away, unfortunately he died. But he get to say, "I am Iron Man." Going back to the first movie, back in 2008, the first movie that I ever went to see, Iron Man, and then the Incredible Hulk, and fast forward Thor and Captain America, and the first Avengers, and everything else since then. It's been great. It's been a great journey. This movie is amazing. I put over here in the notes, that unfortunately Vision is dead, and Iron Man is dead, and Black Widow sacrificed herself, and Captain America, he retires, so he comes back as old Cap. He's no longer young Cap, and Sam Wilson, he takes the mantle now for Captain America. And my next, I want to see this movie again, no doubt. This movie is awesome. My next question is, what's going to happen with Far From Home, with Spider-Man Far From Home? This movie is set back after they come back from 5 years after the snap, right? And if that's so, did everybody die? Because otherwise, some people will be 5 years older, right? Some people will be younger, like what happened to Cassie Lang, Stature, and Scott Lang, his dad, right? Her dad, Ant-Man, right? So Ant-Man, remained only 5 hours, and then everybody else was 5 years, right? And people who died in the snap came back the same age, like Peter Parker, he came back the same age. And you see Ned, he's saying hi to Ned in the school, and they're back the same age. So what happened? That's what I want to find out, So guys, thank you for watching this video. If you like the toys that you see over here, if you like my commentary on the movie, which was a great movie, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button. Thank you everybody who already subscribed to the channel. If you subscribe though, click on the bell so you can get the notifications when the new video comes in. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and over here I'm gonna put the clinging noise over here from the end of the movie when Iron Man, Tony Stark, is building his suit.